Welcome to Beyond the Pour by California Tastings. We're rooted in California, where sunsets kiss the ocean and the vines. But our conversations span the globe. Every episode we sit down with chefs, winemakers, somms and mixologists listening to their stories. These are the stories you won't want to miss because these are the untold stories. And hey, if you need us to pour wine or curate craft cocktails at your next event, we've got you covered.
Hey, I'm Nilu. I'm back here with Beyond the Pour. I'm your sommelier host. And today I'm talking all things hospitality. You're not going to believe it, with someone who is a wine expert in Paris. His name is Erwan Leo from the Secret Wine Door. Welcome, Erwan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely my pleasure. I've been trying to get you on the podcast for a while. You know that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it
So
finally worked out.
the story is kind of fun. You're probably wondering how I know about you. Well, so I started California Tastings like 5 years ago, and all my friends kind of know what I love to do. And what I love to do eventually is kind of open a place like what you have in Paris, right? And we'll talk about that in a second. And
Mhm.
one of my friends was in Paris for some facial seminars and things like that. And she said she had visited you. And with her
Okay.
friends, they came back. She told me, she's like, you have to look this guy up. He's got the coolest spot. So that's how I know about you. I'm super excited to find out
Very cool.
everything you do. So again, welcome to Beyond the Pour. Please let me know, first of all, let us know, our listeners, where you are and what you do.
Yeah, so
Can you hear me?
so for me, so I'm very quite when I'm in the yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
No? Ooh, okay. Sorry. Is that good? Yeah.
Yeah, we're good over here.
All right, perfect. So yeah, I was saying for those that know Paris a bit, so I'm located in Paris. I'm located in the 15th arrondissement, touching the 7th, so it's kind of near the Eiffel Tower and Invalides. So in the south bank of Paris, in a more hidden spot, more outside of touristic zone, more local district. Actually, it's in the street where Inception was filmed. If you've seen that movie where all the buildings go up, this is the that street there. And yeah, I do have a shop there in which I do 2 tastings a day. I basically teach people about wine, French wines. Many foreigners come to Paris that don't know on how to order French wines. They're quite intimidated because when you read the label, they have no clue where to get started. So my job is to kind of telling them or guiding them on how to order French wines and answer all their questions.
Yeah, and so French wine is very difficult for people, especially like people from the States, California. We're mostly going to see the name of the grape on the label, and we
Mm.
see Pinot Noir, we see Chardonnay, we see Cabernet Sauvignon. Obviously, there's labels that are different, but for you guys, it's totally different. You're more about the area, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's totally opposite. That's why most people are lost because for us, it's actually very rarely mentions the grape on a bottle. It just says the name of the town. It says the region potentially, but doesn't even say the grape. So it's a total shift of mindset. This is what I teach to the people that come to my tasting. They taste 6 different wine together with 6 cheeses. And I tell them, well, okay, well, if you like Sauvignon Blanc, for example, in France, you should say, can I have a white Sancerre? And you'll get your Sauvignon Blanc. And this is kind of the approach I guide them through exactly.
fantastic. I just started with a friend of mine who is a winemaker in Napa. We started a series just because we both love French wine, nothing other than that. We started doing a series on picking a bottle of French wine and kind of just making it super easy. We just did one on Chablis. Then we did one
Mhm.
on Fronsac, which I have to post, and we did one on Beaujolais.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
and I know you, I listened to another podcast you did, that you were
Mm.
saying how Beaujolais is people need to know more about Beaujolais, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Beaujolais, it's funny because it has such a bad-ish reputation because of one wine called Beaujolais Nouveau that is released
Mhm.
around Thanksgiving. It's a quick wine. In France, it's a very festive wine. It costs quite cheap, but it's seen more as a party wine. But this is such a strong marketing in that region that many people forget there is the high quality Beaujolais, the Cru du Beaujolais, which like Morgon, Moulin Vent, all of those nice appellations, which are incredible wines. They
Oh my
cost a
gosh.
fraction of the price compared to Burgundy, and they're absolutely fabulous wine.
Yeah.
And I love Beaujolais. Yes, I'm glad you've done something about it.
We're doing something about it. So any recommendations you have, we will follow your lead. Um, we actually, the one we did was Moulin Vent, and we both love it. And we were like, people, these are such well-priced bottles of wine that, like you said, we need to kind of start talking about them.
Mm.
And so we got super excited about that. So I was thinking, you didn't start off in wine. I'm sure people always ask you, how did you start off? You are, if I correctly read this, you're a master of wine. Is that correct?
No, not yet. I'm on a program. I've done the level 4. Well, there is two different levels, right? There is the American one and there is the WCT in Europe that we do a bit more.
Yes.
And for me, so I've done the WCT route there, and it's the level 4 that I've done now. So it's
Yeah,
there is until the level 5. Level 5 is the final level that actually only around 200, I think, or 300 people have it in the world. But yeah, it's one of those tough exams, and it's a blind
gosh.
tasting of 12 different wines, 3 fortified wine, 3 sparkling wines, and yeah, once you get on it, it's a very tough one, yeah, indeed.
Oh my God. I actually know how hard that is, Erwan. I got WSCT level 2 and then 3. I just passed the tasting. I haven't finished that part. But
Mm.
you will be a master of wine though at the end of
Eventually,
passing
yeah.
the level
Yeah,
5.
yeah. The thing is that level 5, it's really it's another level. Like it's not only doing it, it's a financial investment. It costs you if you
Mm.
want to go from level 4 to level 5, you will be spending around 150 200,000 euros between the travels, between buying all the wines, between
Yeah,
all the knowledge required. I mean, there is so much that is required. So there is and I think about 400 people try it every year, and about 5 people passes the exam. I mean, I'm not entirely
is
sure,
that
but it's one of
right?
the hardest. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
if you
So,
decide to go that route, it's heads down and really
oh
going for
no,
it.
no,
So this
no.
is under reflection. Yeah.
I can tell you I am good where I am. I will not continue. I love to learn, but now my learning is to go travel the world, learn the regions, taste the wine, talk to people like yourself. That's my learning education right now.
Mm.
But I
And to be
jumped
fair, I mean,
from,
for me,
yeah, yeah,
sorry, I'm cutting you, but this is for me. This is where you learn the most. I mean, you can do as
right?
many exams as you want. It's by talking to people and trying different stuff. You're gonna learn so
Yeah,
much more than what you learn in the classes. So
it's
you're doing it the right
incredible.
way, I would say.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I jumped into the court, and I got my level 2 certified sommelier, which actually took me 3 tries to get that. So it was so stressful for me, that I was like, okay, I got this, I'm good, and now I just keep tasting and traveling and learning.
Mm.
But hats off to you. And I know that even level 4, where you are, is incredibly difficult to get to.
Yeah.
So fantastic. Now, when people come to your, can I call it a wine bar? Or what should I call it? A
Yeah, it's a
shop?
tasting room actually. It's
Tasting
literally
room?
just a tasting room. Yeah, yeah. it's I created on purpose. So as you said, I used to have another journey for me. I used to work in supply chain management. I
Yeah.
worked for Adidas, the shoe company, for a few years, and I quit everything to start my own wine journey. And having a corporate job, I know more or less what I wanted with my wine journey. There was certain commitments when you, for example, work in a restaurant that I wasn't willing to do, working in the evenings, working weekends. It doesn't work with a family life. When having a tasting room was the perfect balance between my personal life and my job life, and it was just so
Yeah.
much enjoyment teaching to the people. And I'm not a usual wine bar. It's literally people come to the tasting, they buy the wine that they tasted, and all the wines I offer. I have about 250 different wines in my shop that people can they buy and ship to their countries.
So, but you do it a little bit different. Number one, you're working with different French producers, and I feel what I
Mm,
read was small boutique places.
absolutely,
And
yeah.
then do they join the wine club to be able to ship it? Or can they just buy it and ship it?
No, they can just buy and ship it. There is different
Okay.
options. So yeah, indeed, for me, the core of my business is with small independent French wine producers. We have 80,000 of those in France. There is more than enough. You don't need to go for the big brands. You get so much better value for money going for those small boutique ones that are respectful of the environment that they're around. I'm not necessarily looking for a specific label. It says organic, biodynamic, whatever.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
like them to be clean, but I'm not looking. We're probably going to touch base on this anyway later.
Yeah.
And yeah, and at the end, people can just buy wine to go. Some of them go and drink it at the Eiffel Towers. Some of them just make a selection of bottles of wine and they ship it to their hometown.
Yeah.
And them a bit more adventurous. They just love
So do
subscribe
they
to my club and they trust me making the selection for them.
Right. So what I read is you've got three different shippings. If they join the wine club, you've got three different shippings a year. And
Yeah,
say you send out, and I was looking at pricing, I was like, well, roughly how much is this? For 6 bottles, it seems like $265 roughly.
yeah, yeah.
And about
245 euros
yeah,
for about that. Yeah,
depending on the exchange rate. And about 470 for like around 12 bottles, right?
yeah. And that includes
And
everything. That includes wine, shipping, taxes, and tariff. It's like everything included.
And we'll talk about tariffs in a second. I want to know how that's affecting you.
Mm.
But then are you sending information about these producers in your shipping, or are you just sending the bottles?
No, no, I do ship. For me, I take a strong stand of people being aware about what they're drinking, who is behind that bottle. So no, I do ship information about the producers. I ship what details, tasting notes about the wine, at food pairing also, so that they can enjoy it properly with the right food. Some cheese pairing.
Love it.
And right now, I'm working on developing it. Maybe like doing some videos about each of the wines, so that people also think continue the attachment that we had together at the tasting room. So I'm
Yeah.
always trying to improve on the club. Yeah,
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it sounds really cool. It's something that I would love to join. And you can ship to the United States. You are
yeah, it's
shipping to the
actually my
United
main business.
States.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
right? And then my question about the tariffs, um, how much has it affected your business? Have you increased your prices? What's the effect that you've seen on that?
Yeah, I mean it's been shaky a little bit for the past year for us. It's been I mean, to be fair, now it's back to kind of normal. It's the hardest part was the beginning where there was lots of instability between the tariff changes, and it goes from 10 to 20 to 10 to 100. So for us, it was lots of difficulties to manage because, for example, I take someone's money on the spot when they come to the tasting, but I ship it, let's say, 3 weeks later. But in the meanwhile, the tariff changed. So we had
Oh,
a lot of issues with that. But now it kind of settled a bit, even though there has been a new decision taken by the Supreme Court not so long ago.
yeah, yeah.
So it
So,
changed again a bit. Uh,
yeah,
it so it went from 15 to 10%, which is good in my favor, which is good. And to be fair, I mean, for me, since I most of the people that subscribe to my wine club, they say for the quality of the wine, even if the wine, including the shipping plus the tariff, is still cheaper compared to what I spend back home.
Yeah.
So yes, it's not cheap, but for the quality of the wine, most people say I don't get anything better. And from those smaller producers that I would never get back home, it's really something that most of my producers don't ship other places. I mean, they supply mainly France, and it's this is where I bring an added value to the. And honestly, I take a strong stand on really showcasing those small producers that make a wonderful job.
Erwan, are these producers from all over France, or are they in a certain section? Like, do you just focus on Burgundy or Bordeaux, or you just like anywhere?
Everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Everywhere. The point is, then the club I change based on the season. So, for example, if it's more the Christmas box, there is a bit more champagne and more reds, a bit less white. Summer,
Oh,
there is a
oh,
rosé, white, a bit less red, there are more red. So I change based on the season. But they come from everywhere, which is actually the main feedback I get from club members. Is actually most of the time as a member, I receive the same wine from the same winery every 3 months, and at one
yeah.
point I just have too many of those bottles, whereas this is really from everywhere in France and more hidden gems.
I love that. I love that. And you're feeling most of your club membership comes from American people living in the United or people that are living in the United States. It doesn't matter where they're from. How are they finding out about you?
Most of the people is from the tasting actually that they end up because I mean it's quite budget, right? It's hard if you go online, you look at my page and just spending that $250 just like that without knowing me, understand that it could be a hard thing to trust.
Yeah.
So I do get some subscription like this, but the majority of the people is people that come to my tasting. They really enjoy the
Yeah.
2 hour tasting and understood the quality of the wine I serve. And from
Hmm.
there, I build trust with those customers, and they end up subscribing because they want to continue that journey for later.
When they get back. And you're
Mm,
doing two of those a day. It's not like,
mm,
do I have to make an appointment to walk into the
mm.
secret wine door?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
You have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually actually quite full about a week before in general. So yeah,
Okay.
it's quite rare to find last minute spots. So it's good to book in advance. There is a waiting list if needed, and yeah, it's mandatory to make an appointment. For me, it's something I have defined from the beginning. Is people pay a certain amount of money to come for a tasting, they deserve my full attention, and if I don't make appointments, I will be disturbed all the time, and
Oh, yeah,
that's
for
why
sure.
I refuse to have this. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And then it's more customized and you got your attention. And you're talking about what cheeses go well. So you said six wines, six cheeses, and you're walking them
Mm,
through the areas that these wines come from, the cheeses
yeah,
come from. Incredible. So
yeah.
I listened a little bit on another podcast that you talked about natural wines. And this is a
Hmm.
big thing right now. Um, in especially where I am, I live in Sonoma County. So wine
Hmm.
country, so above San Francisco. Um, and there's some big producers that are into natural wine. What are your thoughts? I want to just hear what you think about that. Is it
Yeah,
popular in France? What's going on with that whole
it's
thing?
yeah. So in France, I would say yes, it is, but it's on the decline a little bit because there has been
Yeah.
too many bad ones, I would say. So it's a
Mm,
trendy thing. So natural wine, what is it, right? First, a natural wine is a clean product. The point is that there is nothing added in the vineyards, nothing added in the
mhm,
winery, and you end up with a pure product from the terroir, from the place where it's from,
mhm,
that you can define exactly where it's from. The problem is that the concept of it is perfect. I mean, who crazy, but it became such a trendy thing that too many people started making natural wine without really knowing what they're doing,
mhm,
and just so they can increase their prices by 1.5, 2, and people would buy it not because it's this from that person, just because it says it's a natural wine. So it's gotten, I think, right now it's in a bit of a shaky area in which like it's trendy, and whenever something is trendy, it's dangerous, and therefore most of the wines I serve are almost natural. None of the producers claim they're natural. It's not something that they want to say. They just have most of them are biodynamic actually in reality,
Right.
but there
Okay.
is almost nothing added in all the wines. But what they want is really to have something clean, pure. I mean, for me, a wine, if you start smelling it and it smells like a farm, or as we say in France, it's a cow's fart, which is it's not it's not supposed to be like that. I mean, you cannot say, oh,
Like baby
I love
diapers
natural.
or yeah, no, I'm
I
joking,
mean,
but
yeah,
these
and some
weird
people
words.
justify it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's, no, I'm sorry. When you smell that wine, you're supposed to smell like wine, and you're not supposed to
Yeah.
know it's natural.
Mm. Great point. Great point. So when I pick up a bottle and I don't, I do blind tastings and I've had in the middle of them, I've had natural wine bottles and the second I smell it, and listen, maybe it's just my palate, but you do go to that funky smell that is not easy. I think at the end of the day, one, we all want clean wine.
Mm.
Two, we don't want chemicals in there. Two, we want for everything to kind of blend together nicely so that one thing isn't hitting you specifically. And I feel like with natural wines, and I'm not bashing them because I know it's got a following, um, it does give me that it gives me a lot of that specific smell that I may not love too much. Um, but I
Mm.
do also think that a lot of people here in California or maybe the US, I don't know too much about the other areas, but they are looking for healthier ways of drinking something, eating something. Is that the same in France? I mean, you guys all look so good, so I presume you do care about that.
Yeah, I mean, for us, yeah, it's we care about health, but what we care the most is the taste. It has to taste
Yeah.
good. So it's there should not be a compromise on taste. Yes, you can make it with nothing as long as it tastes good. If it doesn't taste good, then do what you do better. I won't buy it, but it's and also there is that middle ground for me. It's just that we went from very technical wines in our grandparents, they were being taught you add this. They were never being told about the risk of all those products being added. So we went from very technical wines that they all end up tasting the same, which is that it's lacking a soul to your wine. Like we talk about terroir, but so many wines actually don't have a terroir anymore. It's a Pinot Noir, so you have to do this, and they all taste like Pinot Noir, but then don't taste anymore like a Pinot Noir from Marange from certain locations. And I think going towards that natural way, this is where we want to get, but we got too far and we missed the middle steps. I mean, to be natural, there is about 20 years of not adding products and for the soil to regenerate and about everything that it takes some time. And I think like everything, we go too quickly and we take too many shortcuts. It's probably going to be good in 20 years if you don't do it, but today we're not there yet, and you should have taken baby steps to get to that thing.
What is the definition of terroir for you?
For me, terroir is a sense of location. It's just when you taste something. So wine-wise, terroir, technically, it's the soil and the microclimate. So that microclimate you have here and that type of soil is going to bring certain flavors to your wine that if you go to the neighbor town or even you cross the road and it's a different soil, you can put the same vine over there. It's not going to taste the same. So this is what terroir is about. It's about having a sense of location. And to get a sense of location, you need to try to be as natural as possible, but with the respect of its environment and letting things grow the way it should grow, but without forcing it too much.
I was pouring at an event Saturday in San Francisco, and it was all Burgundy producers, and
Mm-hmm.
La Poulet. Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
La Poulet. Actually, I have the pen right here. La Poulet.
I love that.
Yeah, they get and it was so when I poured then afterwards I got to go and taste. And I was actually pouring for Louis Jadot.
Mm-hmm.
And the family, you might even know him, the family that is running the business right now. He was I was helping him, and he had three what did he have? He had one Grand Cru and two and three Premier Crus. And I said to him, "Do you want me to talk about what we're picking up in these wines?" He's going, "No, no, just pour it and tell them where the vineyard is, right? And that's all you need to do."
Hmm.
And it was so refreshing for me as somebody who works in California, where we talk about all this and what you're picking up, and I feel like for you guys, for French wine producers, and you're really talking about, like you said, terroir, the
Hmm.
vineyard, the domain, the location,
And
really
it's your own
emphasizing,
perception. Yeah, and
right?
I'm not going to tell you what you feel, what you're supposed to feel like. It's you are supposed to tell me how you feel like, and it's your mood is going to play a role to it. The way you feel about certain wines as well. I mean, you eat more blackberries than I do, so you're going to feel more the blackberries than I. I mean, there is so
Yeah,
much. Just telling someone what to expect. I mean, it's like you go on Christmas, you go give to your kids, you give them a gift, and it's all right. By the way, this is the new car I want to get you before you even open the car. Like, what's the point? Let them discover the car first. Let them be happy, and then you discuss about it.
yeah, yeah. No, it was this weekend was my light bulb went on. And it was like this light bulb, boom, and it was incredible to be around. Somebody else I was working with there said, you have to understand how the French wine producers think. And once you start understanding that, you have a different way of thinking about wine. So, anyways, I thought that's super cool, really exciting for me to learn more about
For
that kind of
sure.
thought. Yeah, yeah. No, I love it. Now, you said on the 15th arrondissement, is that correct, in Paris?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Erwan, if I was coming over there and you wanted to tell me your favorite restaurants, maybe a couple of restaurants and a couple of really cool cocktail bars, what would you recommend? Around there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for me, in general, the 15th in general is more a family neighborhood as well. So it's
Is
not
it?
like if you go in the 10s or the 9s, it's not like the very trendy area. And I kind of did it on purpose for me because I feel like most of the people that come here, they go into too many touristic spots and they see too much crowd and they think Paris is too busy and all the time. And when they come to my shop, it's actually a bit more refreshing. It's very calm. It's very local. There is kids around. The kids coming back home with their baguette. Like it's really more a local vibe. So if you're looking for a trendy area, don't come to me. You're going to be disappointed. But if you're looking for a refreshing Paris, local, how the local live, this is where you should be. Then
Yeah.
not far. I mean, for me, what I like to go to, there is a couple. There is one called Felix. It's a guy that, well, it's his own name actually. The restaurant is called Felix. The name of the owner, with very local, fresh product from the terroir again, from specific areas in France, and in a just very simple way, but just executes perfection. It's a very affordable price. Or where did I go the other day that I really liked? It's called radis beurre. It's like butter radish, and
What is it called?
they radis beurre, like butter
Radi.
radish.
Oh, Radibe. Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and beautiful. Also, such nice execution of their plate. It's small local restaurants, just 10 tables, but just perfect,
Oh,
perfect wine,
sounds good.
perfect food.
Yeah. And when any cocktail bars that you would, no, I'm a crazy cocktail person. Like I will
Yeah.
go sit at the bar and watch mixologists,
Mm.
craft their cocktail. Like I really respect that. And I look for them in San Francisco, in LA, and San Diego, wherever I am.
Mm.
What would you,
Yeah.
anything that you can
One I
recommend to
tried
us?
the other day was a Little Red Door. It was actually kind of a
That's,
speakeasy a little bit, but there is a few best, or at least when I went, there was the best mixologist, the best cocktail maker in the world that
yeah.
was working there, and
Oh,
uh, and they make very creative cocktails. They also ask you what do you like. They go off the menu. It's very nice
Little
cocktail
Red
bar.
Door. Very nice. That's a cool
Mhm.
name too. Yeah, it sounds like
Mhm.
so 15th arrondissement is more residential. It's calmer, quieter. They make an appointment with you. They get one-on-one. Sit down, learn about these amazing producers, and then if they want to go to more crazy touristy places, well, trendy,
Yeah,
you know.
to be fair, you're 15 minutes walk from the Eiffel Tower. So during the summer, for example, right now in France, it's March, but it's incredible weather. Yeah, there is the garden of the Eiffel Tower. Everybody goes there. Everybody grab a bottle of. In France, it's very common. 6 p.m. You grab a bottle of wine, charcuterie, cheese. You go sit on the grass on the parks on the park of the Eiffel Tower, and it's full of people until midnight.
Yeah.
And it's so lots of the people actually that come to my tasting, instead of going to a restaurant, they just want to sit in the grass and just enjoy the view of the Eiffel Tower and the vibe, the atmosphere of outside. Like, it's a very outdoor culture in France. Like, we all go out after 6 p.m. So I think for me, doing this or sitting near the Seine River, it's better than any bar that you can go to. It's just
Oh, wow.
it's the sense of freedom.
How far is the Seine River to you, to your shop?
It will be 20 minutes walk as well.
20 minutes. So you really got a great location there. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's a great, yeah, no, it is a great location. It's just less crowds, right? So it just depends what people are
I
looking
think
for.
most people would like that. I mean, the crowds are great because you're in these touristy, kind of seeing the sights and stuff. But then you
Mhm.
want this quiet,
Yeah.
relaxing French vibe of, like you said, it's
Mhm.
sunset and you're sitting there and you can
Well,
get the
yeah,
cheese board and the
yeah,
wine.
yeah. For me, it's where I'm located is called the Golden Triangle of the 15th. So the 15th is the biggest district in Paris. And I'm in those four streets where it's all extremely Parisian. It's the old pebbles on the street. It's the incredible building everywhere. So it really
Oh,
looks like a movie set a little bit. There's actually
yeah.
movies being filmed there every 3, 4 months. So when people come there, actually, it's the most of them, they come in the afternoon at 3:30. So they've done the Louvre in the morning. They've been walking all afternoon. They just want to sit, relax, and it feels quite refreshing for them, I must say.
Oh, wow. So it's called the Golden Triangle. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes here. Um, so what do you think in France? I mean, I love that you are working with these small producers, and we did talk about Beaujolais as somewhere that you start looking at the cruise and those amazing 10. Um, don't think it's just Beaujolais Nouveau that you can get your hands on. What are a couple of underrated areas that we should know about, um, in your view?
Um, for me, there's a couple. I can't state the obvious, which is the Jura, Savoie, but one I think more of, it's the whites from the Rhône Valley. Like, many people think of the Rhône Valley, GSM, Grenache, Sierra Morvel, Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Hmm?
And if you go to Saint-Péret, for example, Saint-Péret, which is in the northern part of the Rhône, it's not too far from Cornas, Hermitage. They have incredible whites of a mix of Marsanne and Roussanne. I'm thinking of
Oh,
one called,
gosh.
from Domaine Grippa. Les Pins Domaine Grippa makes an incredible Marsanne Roussanne. So it has like the depth, the complexity of a white from a warmer area, but with still the freshness of the on the slopes. And it's Saint-Péret. I would say it's one of those underrated, probably appellation that 1 out of 100 people will mention, I would say.
Right, that what it is about. But you do get the bottles from there, and you do talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
them and do tastings and stuff. So I think everybody should stop at your place before they do their Paris, tour. Honestly, it sounds like you will
I
get them
usually advise. Yeah.
going in the right direction. Absolutely love it. Love it. But also I want to get recommendations from you. I'll email you later. As we're doing our obviously I do want to know about your wine club. I'm gonna actually try to see which one works for me because I feel like I'm not going to be able to find wine like that here. So I would love to know more. Um, but honestly, I think what you're doing is super cool. You're obviously passionate about what you're doing. If you, everyone, were going to think of one song that would represent your wine bar, wine shop, tasting room, can you think of one?
Uh, sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's known in the US actually. The Daft Punk. I don't know if you know One More Time.
What is it called?
One more. It's called One More Time
One more
from the
time.
Daft Punk. Yeah. It's
Yay! And what? Yeah, I love that. Why do you think that resonates with your business plan idea?
I don't know. I think it's the kind of thing. It's just like you enjoy it, so you want to come again. I mean, I have so many
Come back one
customers,
more
repeating
time.
customers. I have a
Yeah.
guy literally coming next week. He's coming for the 14th time to my tasting.
Are you
I mean, I
serious?
haven't been open 20 years. I've been open 7 years now, and 14 times. It's the record, I must say. But I have many, like 5, 6 times people that have come to my tasting. So it's
Well,
this is what I love. It's those stories.
those stories and when I look you up, it says highly praised wine expert that is known for warmth and expert knowledge, and so you're making people feel incredible when they're there, and the wine's incredible, obviously, but you're doing it the right way because a lot of people might have a place, whether it's a wine shop or a tasting room or something, and they don't make the guest feel so welcome that, basically they would want to come back. And you're saying
Mm.
14th time. Fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Right there. And you only started this like doing online classes during COVID, and
No,
then
just
you
before actually. I started.
before
No, I started. I opened to May 2019. So I did
2019.
about 9 months of tastings, and then it shut down for about a year and a half. So at least during those 9 months, it went quite well, quite quickly, actually. So even though I closed for a year, I was confident that this is the route I want to go, and I was willing to take it how long, whatever time it takes with COVID. I'm just gonna stick to it. And
Did you ever did you ever think, God, I wish I'd stayed at Adidas?
no, no, I get to drink in the office now. I'm very happy.
What's better than that? I know, I know. I think that's why I love this business as well. Cannot sit in a cubicle, and I like to drink during the day.
Uh,
So, well, everyone, it's absolutely been fantastic for me
Thank you.
to
Thank
have you on
you. Likewise.
Beyond the Pour by California Tastings. We started this and it was 9 o'clock in the evening for you. So I appreciate you staying up and
Absolutely.
taking time away from your family. And I look forward to hopefully setting up some tastings with you whenever you have time. I'd love to know more about the producers. And yeah, I think it's just exciting. And I can't wait to be in Paris to actually ask you where I should be going.
Yeah, no, thank you. Honestly, it was a real pleasure for me to share this conversation with you. I think I really love the format or the way it's just very casual, very easy. And this is the kind of podcast I listen while I do, stuff, decanting my wines, preparing the room.
Oh, you're
It's just
lovely.
easy going, and that's exactly what I love about that podcast. So thank you for having me.
Oh, you're absolutely lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. And for our listeners, we are Beyond the Pour. You can find us on YouTube and all of the platforms that podcasts are on. I'm Nilu, and I thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching and listening. This is Beyond the Pour by California Tastings. Here for all your somm needs in California. To listen to other episodes, you can find us on YouTube and all the platforms where podcasts are played. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know what you enjoyed about the episode. We can't wait to hear from you soon. Cheers.